welcome to Deadflicks.
I'm Pippa.
And I'm Mike.
And we just watched a movie called Possum.
Indeed. We
suffered a movie called Possum.
So, kind of as a rule, Pip is generally kinder than I am about a lot of things, and to a factor of about 1,000%. I'm way more critical just as a rule. And for the sake of this not becoming kind of a hatey thing, we're going to just try and retain a little bit of professionalism in how we approach this discussion.
Okay, can I go first?
Yes, you can, but we're going to spoil the shit out of this
film.
film.
We're spoiling the shit out of the movie.
So this is your spoiler warning. If you want to watch this film, I would recommend just watch the trailer like 3 to 4 more times. It was, I tell you what, in the art of kind of trailers, it is an intriguing trailer to watch, and that's
the trailer
what
was
got
enough
us
to
in.
make us get the movie.
Yeah,
okay.
I paid money.
Yeah,
we watched it, and yeah, so spoilers coming, and we're gonna spoil the shit out of it. Take it away.
Right. So, imagery-wise, it's dark, it's grim. There's a puppet thing with spider legs and a human face that kind of matches the main actor's face, and it's cool. The puppet looks cool. The puppet looks creepy. That is probably one of the only reasons that we continued watching it, was to see what was going to happen with the puppet. The actors were great.
No.
Like, yeah, the acting was good.
But you can't hear fuck all.
No, yeah, but that's not the actors' fault. Like, the actors themselves are great actors in other films, and they're great actors, and the acting was good. Like, to me, I thought the acting was good.
I wish I had more nice things to say about it.
I'm just saying the acting. I don't know. I'm giving it a nice point, so you can come and shit on it in a bit.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So the acting was good, but the storyline made no sense. It's supposed to be about a guy who was abused by his uncle / stepfather, and he has to go with his puppet and understand the darkness of his past, which really boils down to, and this is me spoiling the movie, and you only find this out in the last 5 minutes because none of the film makes any fucking sense. So as a child, his uncle raped and abused him, and then he had him help kidnap other kids, or a kid, to rape and abuse, and his parents died in the fire, and then as an adult now, the uncle, if he's really there and not in his head, has kidnapped another child, and at the end he releases him. Or is it a metaphor? But now the uncle is dead because he's killed him. It's a release of his inner child that's been repressed for so long. I don't know.
Nobody knows.
But if you take away the shit story and you just had the elements like a creepy puppet and acting and the actors of choice, great.
Yeah.
Everything else,
it's an art film.
It is an art film. But you don't do art films.
No, but not even that. Okay, so the sound design is so terrible.
Yeah.
So the entire film is basically, if you're listening to us speak at this volume, and you can hear what we're saying and all the other stuff, it's literally the whole.
And that's nothing wrong with our speakers.
I'm not even
We had to
nasty.
rewind the first 2 or 3 minutes a couple times to hear the rhyme that he was saying because we couldn't understand it.
I gave up 10 minutes in giving a shit about, there weren't even like closed captions to know what he was saying.
Yeah.
This is like, people would go on about bad sound, and I mean that the only people that I could make out the dialogue in the entire film was the one teacher who told him to fuck off from where he was standing outside of school, and the 2 Neds standing on the stairs that he passed that called him a pervert. Those are the only 2 pieces of dialogue in the entire fucking film that I could make out, with the one exception of them shouting at the end. Yeah. That's it. The rest of the film, all the dialogue is, and it's not even dialogue.
And it's to a rhyme, so we started making up our own, and it was like
spent the entire film talking a rhyme.
Yeah.
I do not like this movie. This film, not one bit.
This movie is a bit of shit. why does that puppet have spider legs? I think we were just rhyming things, and it was. I'm normally quite good, I'm good at limericks, but it's
you are.
So the imagery of like the spider puppet thing is fucking creepy.
It's brilliant,
and that's the thing is it doesn't save the movie. There is nothing to save.
There is no story. There is no story whatsoever.
It feels like a load of short clips stuck together of different imagery. So it's like a man suffering from something, and then the spider puppet creature, and then this other thing, and they're kind of just thrown together. And it's just a shame because, again, the actors are great actors, and they've been in wonderful movies, and it's like, they're in this, and it clearly, I mean, Spider-Fight, it's got, like 90-something or 89-something on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's just like, okay. It's one of those films where people are going, oh, it's dark and mysterious.
Really
let's rate it really high. I just feel bad because I hate, like, ragging on movies, but it's not worth the money.
No,
not if you're. See, we rate movies because we like a lot of different styles of movies. Like we could be watching, Dagon to The Void to 10 Things I Hate About You and American Pie. The whole thing is it comes down to entertainment. If it doesn't entertain you, why the fuck are you watching it?
Yeah, if you feel angry at and frustrated, it's kind of, if you can't hear a word anybody's saying and you don't give a shit, why would you watch? Okay, so this is what Pip found earlier from.
Oh yeah, I found a website where it talks about.
This is actually from Wikipedia.
Yeah. Wikipedia.
So this is just the opening kind of discussion on Wikipedia. So Possum, 2018 film. Possum is a 2018 British psychological horror film written and directed by Matthew Holness in his feature film debut. Sorry, Matthew. Starring Sean Harris.
Main character.
And Alan Armstrong.
Who was the stepdad thing? But we don't know the names of the characters. Like, they have no names.
Not really.
Oh, no, sorry. Philip is
which
the name.
You heard in the last.
An uncle.
Uncle Molester.
Yeah.
Uncle Chester.
Lester the Molester.
Chester the Molester.
Chester the Molester.
Yeah. Sorry, Chester. The film centers. This is, okay, for the record, as I'm reading this to you now, when Pip read this out, and as we were kind of going through the credits at the end, this is more than we found out in the entire fucking film.
Yeah, it doesn't. You sort of looking at it, go, wait, does this mean this? Does that mean that? And it's a shame because I can see
it had potential.
And I remember the other notes I read. So if you read that bit, I'll go into.
The film centers on a disgraced children's puppeteer who returns to his childhood home and is forced to confront the childhood abuse and trauma that he suffered at the hands of his uncle. Possum premiered at the Edinburgh International Film Festival on 25th of June 2018. It received mostly positive reviews from critics who praised Harris's performance, atmosphere, soundtrack, and unsettling imagery. Now, the cover itself is really
the cover
cool.
is cool. So you can show
that is a sell on its own, and I'm not going to put that on here. You can Google that because for people are getting pissy about what you can show on videos these days, and we're not even going to get into that.
So concept for the movie, from what I read, was that the actor was the director and the writer was kind of really looking into stuff to do with Sigmund Freud, and I think it was uncanny something or other. So pretty much there was a team, and they decided to combine the concepts of things that really made people feel uncomfortable. So it was a mixture between puppetry, sort of like marionettes / ventriloquist dummies, and doppelganger. So of course, as the movie goes along, this weird puppet thing sort of takes on Sean Harris's face.
Which was an interesting, subtle choice.
Yeah.
And you don't see the puppet in the beginning, kind of...
Which we were like, oh, maybe we're just not going to see it, and that's going to be one of the points. Is like, you're there going, oh, I want to see you. You watch it to the end to see the thing. And then, it keeps... he threw it in...
Yeah, it's basically 2 hours of throwing it in ponds.
It's puddle. It's like Harris is walking around with a bag for the first half of the movie. He's just walking around with this bag, and he
just in circles.
Chucks it in the lake, throws it in a pond, chucks it in a bin. And you're like, okay.
It's
a bin bag.
Yeah. But the puppet's quite cool, and there's a lot of you feel like there's going to be some subtle, interesting stuff going on, but it's basically just it's a music video without the music.
Yeah, it's a Tool music video. It's a Tool music video, trust. It's a Tool music video without the music. That is literally what this is.
I feel like I've had this time stolen from me.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm annoyed. It's just like within the opening 3 minutes.
This is a movie that we've had probably for about 2 weeks in our possession, 3 weeks in our possession.
Yeah.
You bought it.
I was absolutely psyched. I saw the trailer. There was a thing on Amazon Prime. There was a sale or whatever it was. I've had my eye on it for a while. I went, this is cool. I really like the cover. This trailer just and Pip and I were sitting here and we watched it.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and she knew we need to see this thing.
It looked brilliant. Like it was like a bad review that we saw. It was there was something that wasn't positive when we originally looked at it. Yeah. But we then watched the trailer and it was just like a man placing a bag in the woods and these giant legs, giant spider legs crawl out of the bag and we're like, oh, this is gonna be like a killer bag movie, you know,
awesome. Or some bag's kind of gonna walk off.
It's creepy creature thing, and it's that image that's in the trailer appears twice in the film and lasts less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, and there are a couple of there are some really interesting visual images to it, and so that's what's so frustrating is because
the story is so convoluted.
There's no story. There's nothing. He basically it's an hour and a half of a guy looping walking around holding a fucking bag. And then he wallows in the mud.
Then he comes home. Yeah, when he comes home, he's in bed and shouts to somebody, and then he goes out and dumps a bag again and stands outside of school, and then he's got the bag again, and then he's dumped the bag. No, he's got the bag.
Then he walks in a circle.
Then he goes home and he shouts at this guy again, and then he's asleep. No, he's eating gobstoppers. No, he's throwing up over a burning puppet in a bin. And we were just like...
Yeah, and I'm going to just kind of keep circling around on this.
Well, you got another 3 minutes to circle around, so that's fine.
Yeah.
The most exciting part was when we got to about 12 minutes left.
Yeah.
And we both stopped it and went for a wee.
Yeah, that was actually, it was thrilling.
And we both just went, oh, this is the best part
of this whole film. There was one part where we both jumped right at the end. But
yeah.
I think that's because you've been sitting in this state of torpor for the entire film.
Oh, I like that. Good choice of word.
It's a solid word. So, the film opens up. You've got this rhyme that you can't hear for fuck all. No, because it's just mumbled. It's literally... If this guy came to your house for dinner and he was talking like that, you tell him to fucking speak up. And for trained actors.
I was thinking more as like Carol is outside and you hear them kind of mumbling through the house and you open the door and it's still the same. Hey kids,
oh, that's bad.
Sorry.
So and then it opens. So like there's a guy sitting on the train. And he sees a bunch of school kids, and you can't hear a fucking word they're saying. So I'm turning the volume right up. It's like up to 60, and you can't hear a fucking word they're saying. And then they mumble some more, and then he goes home and he mumbles at his stepdad or whoever this person is that he's sharing a house with. And then he then it's like extended period of silence.
Mumbling. Yeah, silence. And then it gets suddenly loud.
Then it mumbles, and the loud thing is like. And it's silence again, and then mumble, and you turn it up for the mumbling.
What I would say is, if you decide you want to watch this movie...
You were warned.
No.
You were warned, you don't get to complain. You shut the fuck up.
If you decide that you want to watch this movie, I would say watch it on the basis that you want to find some inspiring imagery to go away and create something yourself. Don't watch this movie expecting to be entertained, enthralled, excited...
Or even interested.
Don't watch it in order to watch a movie. Watch it for inspiration for other factors for your own creations.
Put a metal soundtrack on
over it
in the background.
Just put it on play, mute it.
Turn your TV onto black and white. Turn the contrast way up, and have like
mute
a party.
And you'll hear just as much.
You know, and I think that's basically like as a visual accompaniment to whatever else it is you're doing in the house. Yeah, on any other level.
I think you're going to smack me in the face. No, expressive hands. Rounding it up, it's a bit of it's a mess.
It is a mess, and that's, I think, so far in the history of this channel, anyway, of us doing reviews and talking movies, this is probably the biggest miss so far.
Yeah,
and that's saying something. I mean,
it's a shame. It's a real shame because we were expecting a lot from it, even though we'd not been promised a lot.
I was really excited.
I expected a lot from the actors that I'd seen in it, because I was like, "Oh, that guy's from Deliver Us from Evil."
Is that who that was?
Yeah, he's a possessed guy. But yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. We will be right back for more.
Bye.
That's just a small portion of the torture that awaits you.